Back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Jets.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Huge play there right off the bat, and even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Jets had 8-8 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Harold Landry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans.
Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get step.
as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. On 2nd down, a run to Hall. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
26. Hey, 88. On play action, Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Inside. To throw is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Titan defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the tight. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. 14, just nothing. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the counter, it's Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Roger McCreary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this announcer kind of speechless. Cannot explain what just happened there. Lunacy. He ran the wrong way, the length of the field, and gave up a safety. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better. And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hall again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Connection made to Rucker. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Here is 3rd and 5. Willis will look to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. It's 2nd down and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. pushing his way through. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
At the 23-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. Here's Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On play action, now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Paul ought to give up the middle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play fake. Here's Willis. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
Get it.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
Now this time, Willis throwing it. That's caught at the 3. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Got it. Ready.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Play action, Willis. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Titans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give, running right is Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Through the middle of the field. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche. All right, maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. With a quick throw completed by Willis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run left with Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 149 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Brings up second and
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
3-yard line.
Ready.
Caught right side, Davis. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Titans 49, Jets 12.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we're not going.
Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were